Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Giant Bombcast, episode 796. Happy 4th of July to those that celebrate. This is the Giant Bombcast, powered by NZXT. Still too much echo. Still too much echo.
That's right, Jan. Happy birthday, America. I gotta say, though, you look like shit.
Yeah, you really let yourself go. What
are you guys talking about? We had like the new the Fall Out Boy song. That's the cover of the old song. We went through all the significant events.
That's right. The best export we have right now is a miserable We Didn't Start the Fire cover.
How do you guys feel about the original We Didn't Start the Fire?
I was a child. I don't think I was born yet.
You probably weren't. You weren't. It was like late 80s, right? Like,
definitely not.
Though. I don't like maintain that song is some sort of like
it's not
musical
sacred.
genius,
yes.
But like
it's not important.
It's not.
Well,
important.
no, I think that's wrong. I think it's important, but I also think it like also doesn't really matter. I think the song works.
Wait, I think that's almost the same as saying something is not important.
Yeah, think about it.
It's important, but it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter what you think.
We could break everything in the world down, and nothing does matter, right? Let's not get all existential.
All right. Well,
okay.
Yeah.
I think the song's important because it does do a serviceable job of highlighting 4 decades of like important world events in history in chronological order, delivered in like a clever-ish or clever adjacent sort of manner. Again, I don't think this is like a musical milestone, but I just think it's like
it's no River of Dreams.
Listen, I will die on the Billy Joel Hill. I fucking hate River of Dreams. And when that motherfucker
performed, how much of an earworm it is.
When that motherfucker performed it live, when I saw him a couple years ago at the Garden, I was like, I'm sitting for this one because this song sucks.
Wow.
Okay, silent protest.
Truly the Colin Kaepernick of our time.
Yeah, I do like that they say the word Disneyland and We Didn't Start the Fire.
Yeah. And
now
you know what they don't say in the Fall Out Boy cover? They don't mention a little thing called COVID.
Yeah.
What is happening?
They do mention Avatar, though. So
yes, and Metroid.
Oh, what did they write Avatar with? I got no.
Can't remember. I can't remember.
Some Nazi. Yeah. Listen,
find out.
They fucked up in a way that like, and obviously this by the time the show airs, it's going to be old hat. The news cycle will be over, and everyone will have moved on and forgotten about this audible travesty that we were fucking cursed with yesterday. Anyway.
Welcome to the Giant Bombcast. I'm your host, Jan Ochoa. Joining me, co-captain of the ship, as always, Jeff Grubb.
Howdy, how's it going, everybody?
Mars rover, Avatar, self-driving electric cars.
Okay, they did rhyme it with car.
We have our own Fall Out Boy. He's going down, down, down in a merry-go-round. Mike Minotti.
Meghan Merkel, George Floyd, Burj Khalifa, Metro.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Oh my God.
And
iPod podcast. Taco Bell's Baja Blast.
All right,
that's what they should have done.
It's better. Already.
Jeff Bakalar. I'm last but not least, Jeff Bakalar is also here. Jeff, I'm going to task you real quick. Make a quick bar of We Didn't Start the Fire, but with whatever is the first top of mind things.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Let's freestyle this right now.
Super Mario.
Okay.
Star Fox 2. Have you ever played Mr. Do?
All right, Mike Minotti, your turn.
Coke Zero, Shrek 4, Nintendo Switch. What something that? Wait, no, I can do this. I'm good. I have a very fast working brain. Coke Zero, Shrek 4, Nintendo Switch. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Hey,
Yep.
At least that's in chronological order.
Okay, Grub. We're all gonna have to do this now.
I've done so many. Let's see if I have any more left in the. We made a COVID-19 vaccine. Now look at Taylor Swift, who's on the scene. There you go.
Wow.
Grub, I'm a little bit disappointed. You've done better before.
Yeah, I've done, but all my good ones are already spent. That's all I had left.
True.
All right. Half-Life, Alex, Steam Deck, Jean-Luc Picard, we have more Star Trek.
Yeah.
All right.
You rhymed deck with Trek. I love it.
Hey, there we go.
Beautiful.
There we go. Folks, this is going to be a shorter Bombcast. It is the holiday today. We're pre-recording this a week early, so that's why the topical things we're talking about may not be so topical anymore. I was about to bring out my ukulele, but I think that may be old hash by now.
No, I can't do that now.
No.
Ukuleles have been ruined.
Ukuleles have been ruined. So what we're going to do today, does anyone want to talk about a game? We could do that.
Yeah, Mike, do you like Pikmin 4 or not?
Do I like Pikmin 4? Oh, I could have rhymed Shrek 4 with Pikmin 4.
I feel like that's against the rules. You can't rhyme 4 with 4.
It's good. It's good. Musicians have done worse. Yeah, that Pikmin 4 demo came out as a surprise last night as we're recording this, and I'm not much of a Pikmin person, actually. I just never really played too much of them. So I actually played this on stream, thinking like, okay, I'll play this for an hour. Progress carries over. That's fine. That demo lasted me 3 hours. So it was a beefy demo for me. Like, people are saying Pikmin 1 was an 8-hour game. So, I assume this is longer than that. But I feel like I just played like a fourth of Pikmin 4. But, at first, it's like the problem I have with a lot of the Pikmin games and, other games in general, very slow start, every 5 seconds. A word bubble, right? The camera's
New
cutting away
tooltip.
to explain some new mechanic, right? That whole thing. And I'm just like, I kind of get it, guys. Let's just kind of move on here. But after an hour and a half of that, which was annoying, then we were in the game proper, and I was having a good time running around, getting my Pikmin, throwing them at things, figuring out how my new doggo friend works. And I am also very upset that he does not have a nose. It's just weird, but yeah.
That's fair.
I was enjoying it by the end. So I think, I'm on board. I'm ready to go full Pikmin ham when this full game launches. In like a month from now, it's a little weird because I played 3 hours of this game. And it's like now a month later, I can continue from there.
Yeah. I mean, at least your save does continue, but I guess
It does.
you're going to want to just continue to save. You're not going to want to start over, right?
God,
3
no.
hours is a lot.
It's a lot, no. And again, kind of like a lot of that worst part stuff in the beginning, right? Where it's very slowly getting off the ground here.
I played a little bit of this demo. I'm a big Pikmin fan. I enjoyed 1 and 2. I think each one gets better and better. I think 3 was pretty good, and then 3 Deluxe is very good on the Switch. I played a little bit of this demo. I just wanted to see how the doggo worked, and the dogs does solve some of the problems. Not problems, but it does make the Pikmin following you around make a little bit more sense, where instead of the Pikmin just trailing behind you and some of them falling further behind because they're not as powerful, so they're a little bit slower, and maybe every once in a while you lose one because they fell into the water and you didn't realize it. They all just jump on the dog and hang on to him. At least that's how it seems to work in the very early part. Does that continue when you get the smaller puppy dog?
Yeah, at first he's just a smart puppy. Then the next day he becomes big enough that you can also ride on him. But you don't always want to ride on him. For one thing, that doesn't let you do anything else with the puppy, and he can kind of be he has the strength of 5 Pikmin or stuff like that. So you can have him do tasks, you can have him attack, and if you are just riding on top of him, he can't do that stuff necessarily. But it also means if the Pikmin are on top of him and the dog can jump, then he could do platforming and keep your Pikmin with you. Stuff like that. So again, it's hard for me to say how this opens up things compared to other Pikmin. I haven't really played them, but it seems to.
Yeah, so it definitely does seem to have more platforming in it, more the exploration can maybe be a little bit more dynamic because you are jumping around with those Pikmin on the back of the dog. And you're sitting on the back of the dog as well. And that kind of, the dog has an ability to charge and knock some stuff down or break things. And so there's more exploration in terms of that as well. It just seems like they want you to be able to get around the world faster and explore things faster and with a few more abilities. And that makes sense. I think that is maybe one of the things that was a barrier for some people coming to Pikmin and being like, how do I even interact with this world? I'm just always just throwing other things to go interact for me. And I think that's kind of a disconnect for some people. I think by bringing some of those abilities into the dog, that is going to make it a little bit more friendly to people who weren't sure about Pikmin before. I agree, though, Mike. I don't like the way the dog looks. I don't love it.
Yeah, that's been throwing me off the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't. Just give it a little nose. It's like like how Funko Pops don't have like the whites of their eyes. It's just like the dead black pupil.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dead black eyes.
The dead black eyes. That's upsetting. I don't think I'm upset by the dog in Pikmin, but hearing y'all be fairly positive about it, I may check out some
It
Pikmin.
don't look like a dog.
Yeah.
Like, that's your problem there. I see what your problem is. You made a dog that doesn't look like a dog.
It's weird because like lots of other things in this game have noses. It's not like it's some design style where like nothing in this world has a nose, so the dog's not going to give it a little snotty snout.
Does the dog
Like, I know
sniff anything? Does that
No.
happen?
Yes, it does. Like the first
that's
minute, it sniffs stuff.
Fucking bullshit.
Oh, it just has like smell pores all over its skin.
Yeah,
Oh,
like its
smell
nose is in its
pores?
mouth like a snake.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like, I've seen a bunch of sites add the black nose to the dog,
Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
like all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's a dog. There's a dog now. It looks like some sort of like unfinished Photoshop
I mean,
job.
they
without
still
it.
have a month. It's not too late, Nintendo. Add the nose.
Work in that nose because that's how dogs look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. A
I
prominent
get that it's an
feature.
alien dog, but still, it already has 2 legs. I accept the 2 legs thing. Whatever. It needs a nose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've designed it as a dog, even
Yeah.
if it is an alien.
It
I mean,
barks.
yeah,
Woof,
I mean,
woof.
come on.
And Herzog just saying, I would like to see the nose. Yes,
Oh,
that's.
there you go.
I would like to see the nose as well.
Anyone else have another game to talk about before we get to the emails?
I just want to mention this game. I haven't even played it yet, but
Please.
it's called. I think it's just Only Up, and it's a
Oh, yeah.
3D platformer kind of take on that. Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy.
Oh,
And I watched a TikTok about it, and I'm like, what is wrong with me that this makes me want to play it?
No,
Someone-
like, yeah,
yeah.
I saw it too. I've seen it for like a month now. People playing this. I watched a
Yes.
bunch of streams.
So I'm going to play it on UPF. But the thing that made me want to play it is that I can't remember his name now, but he's a Mario speedrunner. He had made 6 hours of progress jumping up, and he made one mistake, and he fell almost all the way back to the beginning.
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And
go.
now he has to jump through all that again. I'm like, oh, let's go. Let's go. That's
Is
a
it-
sickness that I need to catch.
It's not randomly generated, right?
I don't know. It looks like it could be, but I don't think so.
It's just very strange. It's like all these weird assets that
Yeah.
are just kind of like frozen in the air.
Right. It's like that's very similar to Getting Over It, where it's like these look like Unity store assets just thrown in here as a hodgepodge. And I
Yeah.
like the way that looks. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
very cool.
I also want to mention Final Fantasy 16. Jesus Christ, it's slowly punching Link in the face.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, and I think it's approaching. It's already in the number 2 slot for me for Game of the Year. It might take number
Wow.
1.
I'm
See-
so mad at myself.
Why?
wait, why?
I-
Because he's a
I'm
huge
the-
Final
I-
Fantasy fan. He hasn't touched it.
I'm the Final Fantasy guy.
He's
I
a
have
Final
not
Fantasy
been able
guy.
to. I haven't been able to start Final Fantasy 16.
You started Final
It's
Fantasy
okay.
3, though, you dumb idiot.
Yeah, I've been
Wait.
playing Final Fantasy 3 because that's like my in bed like Switch game, and I just haven't had any time to like go sit on the couch and like, okay, I need at least like 2 hours here to start Final Fantasy 16.
Stop playing Street Fighter. It's all I see you
Well,
play.
I really like Street Fighter, but like Street Fighter, I
That's not
play
gonna
like, you know, I could play Street Fighter while I'm on my computer, like watching Game Mess mornings or like, you know, waiting for a
Hello,
story
YouTube.
edit to come in or something like that, right? Like it's easy for me to do that. Like I'm also like way behind on Diablo, but like again, I'm the Street Fighter. I'm the Final Fantasy guy. I love Final Fantasy. I played all of them. Everyone, you know, I'm missing the zeitgeist. I'm almost kind of glad I'm missing the classic Final Fantasy cycle of like, you know, the backlash to the backlash to the backlash to the backlash to the backlash, right? But still, I got to play this game because, you know, everybody wants to talk about it. And I have nothing to say except for interrupting and making it about me like I just did. But
I'll say that I love the action in it. My hands are stupid because I have tendonitis in both hands. So the hand fatigue is mad real after playing extended sessions of Final Fantasy 16. I really like where the story's going. I have a very, 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 very hot take on the story that I kind of want to save for a spoiler cast in the future.
not
I'll-
enough incest.
Nah, yeah, not enough.
Right.
But I'm saying that about everything. I mean, Crash Bandicoot has a lot of implied incest.
Does it?
Yeah, when you look at Crash and Coco, you know,
Crash and Coco?
you know, man.
What about Tanya?
Coco.
Okay.
But I really enjoy it. Mike, check it out when you have time.
I want to. I mean, I'm going to. It's just, I think I'm actually going to take like a staycation soon. Just to fucking like play video games. Like people think, oh, it's jobs to play video games. Like, yeah, supposedly, but I need time to do that. So I gotta stop working. It's all this work getting in the way.
Yes, yes. Bacalar, Grub, any other last things before we get to the emails?
Nope.
Doing
nothing.
some Fire Temple and Zelda right now, loving it.
Nice.
Yeah, very excited.
And like that's cool because Final Fantasy is becoming my play this game without my kid because it's just not for him.
No,
Too many fucks in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like all the fucks seem so out of place.
I love
Benedict
it.
is just like, I'll straddle anything.
But is that why they? I mean, I skip a lot of the cutscenes too because I've never been more disinterested in anything.
I'm not even skipping the cutscenes of this.
Like,
This seems like a weird game to even bother playing if you're skipping the cutscenes.
What do you
That's
mean?
what
There's
I'm
not
saying.
much
but
to
again,
there,
knowing the context that I've never played a Final Fantasy game before,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
what does that
When
matter?
am I
That's just-
watching these freaks go back and forth about like their geopolitical ambitions and just like I don't care. I don't care that one of them. I don't care that they like smoke ice or whatever they do. Like it's
That's the whole
they're
thing
just-
with Final Fantasy games.
They
I
smoke
just
meth?
okay, fine. I'll start watching them. I guess like.
Yeah, do it because
It's
we
too late.
saved you.
It's too
No,
late
it's
now.
fine. Look, I'm gonna take the advice of my
Too
friends and people who know better than me about
Yeah,
a
no,
thing
you're
that I
supposed
know
to dig
nothing
in.
about. No, I
You're
don't want to
supposed
dig
to
in. That's not
hunker
who I am.
down.
You don't have to watch the cutscenes. I guess I'm surprised that you like even care and enjoy the game if you're not watching the cutscenes. Because
Well,
like I don't
I've
know.
yet to start really like I have to play more is what I learned on the Bombcast because I think I just tried to like make a judgment a little too early.
Mm.
And there's been a lot going on and I can only like play this game like in like 20-minute bursts and then like suspend it and then come back to it and just sort of like keep doing that.
If you were doing the like, do I even like this thing? I get that. I skip cutscenes in that situation too.
Well, the first big one, I was like already lost in it. Like I was playing it late at night and I was getting tired and I'm like sitting here and I'm like, oh, these people are such fucking losers. Like
All
I
right,
just don't
pop
care.
quiz. What's a dominant?
Don't know.
Oh,
What's
okay.
an icon?
The big characters.
The big boys, yeah.
Yeah.
The monster.
Dominants
this-
are people who could summon icons.
This is
So-
hurting me.
Oh god.
Yeah, there you
This
go.
is hurting me. As
I
someone that
like-
really enjoys this story so far.
I'm sorry. If someone
okay.
spoke about hockey this nonchalantly and apathetic, I would be offended too. I understand.
I just
that
skipped to the
energy.
fights in hockey.
What do you guys think about Garuda Mommy Dominant?
Yeah,
Yo,
pretty happy about her.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
The voice acting's so good in this game. I know like Ben Star's like a button now, but even compared to like 15, which was like very okay, and like I don't mean this in a disparaging way, but there's a very specific way people voice anime
Yes.
or anime games, right?
This
And like
is nothing like that.
this is not like that, and it's better.
It's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
And they clearly like they put the English voice acting first. They said they've done that. Like that's not like something that I'm making up. They've recorded the English voice acting first, and that I think that freed them up to actually do it the way that this game needed to be done, and it's better.
Should I just like restart it? Like I'm only maybe
I mean,
2 or 3.
You
like,
can restart, but you also do have my permission to just like not be into it and play something else if you want to.
no,
It's
I
okay,
don't want to
Jeff.
play anything else. Like this is the game I should be playing right now. I made a promise to myself
just-
and publicly. Like
Just find like a YouTube video of cutscenes and watch those, and like then keep playing where you
yeah,
are.
yeah.
That's all you're worried about.
That's just
You
fucking-
could just like ask us questions. Just get it.
Yeah.
Create a room in Discord with us in there and ask us questions if you have any, and we'll help you out.
Yeah, you fell asleep in class, and now we have to share our
I
notes with
did
you.
totally.
Exactly.
That's exactly what happened. This game, that first cutscene put me the fuck to sleep. I know.
Oh,
Look,
I can't even say anything. I don't know what the first
just a
cutscene
normal
is.
man, you know.
All right.
I
Well,
think this game might not be for
we're-
you, Backlar.
We'll see.
We're not taking
Don't
any
give up
breaks,
yet.
but I feel like I need to take a break.
I'm
but we're just
sorry.
gonna-
Oh, you guys, I don't want you to feel that way.
It's okay,
I'm fine.
Jeff. It's all right. I'm already preparing my monologue for Game of the Year, but now I have to
hell yeah.
anticipate how Tam is going to throw a wrench in the gears and just keep letting me go instead of stopping me. That bastard. Anyway, let's talk about some emails. Did you know the Gogsler had a fade built in?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. Oh God. Nothing. Sorry, just weird text. Weird text. Anyway,
Who got the president?
Gavin Newsom is asking me for $5.
That's not weird. That's normal.
Bombcast a giant bomb is the email. Bombcast at giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to, and we have a whole lovely little bag of emails. I may dip into the Discord for some cues if this goes a little too short. But the first email comes from Jerry from Wisconsin, and I may not be able to lend a lot of ammo to this, but Mike and Grub, I think you will. Giant Bomb's official Zelda NPC tier list. Hey, Bombers. With Tears of the Kingdom being out for over a month now, I was curious when we would be getting a Giant Bomb official Zelda NPC tier list. Obviously, everyone has been fawning over Daddy Rauru and Mommy Purra. But who else do y'all think is deserving of that coveted S-tier ranking of non-playable characters? My vote goes to Addison the Sign Guy for his unwavering support of his boss's construction company, and to Colton the Bubble Gem Merchant because he's possibly the creepiest NPC in Zelda history. But he also hooks you up with sweet masks. What other NPCs are you guys most fond of? Love?
I'm going to jump ahead of these other Zelda experts real quick.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
There's like so he like works for like the newspaper. He's sort of like a Launchpad McQuack.
Oh, the Birdman.
Guy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
The Birdman.
Teba, right?
Yeah, Mr.
No, not Teba.
No, not Teba. I'm sorry. Yeah, what's his name?
Something with a P. It's like, gosh, I finished that quest so long ago. He is like my favorite character in the game, though. Yeah,
I love him too. Yeah,
he's awesome.
I'll think of it in a second.
He's sort of like a journalism
Yeah,
nerd.
that guy.
he's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm into him. He does look a lot like Launchpad. I think it's that broad shoulders.
Except like more albatrossy even. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
And I just want to throw in the fact that my kid thinks Tulin is the biggest fucking dork.
His name's Penn, right?
Penn, yeah.
Yes, Penn, P-E-N-N.
Like Penn Jillette. It's meant to be a Penn Jillette reference because of how big he is. No, I made that up.
Tulin's a good boy.
No,
yeah, Tulin's great too.
Dylan's like, he doesn't say fuck this, but he's just like, oh, he's so annoying. Or I kind of get it. Like there is, like, I just think Tulin's ability sucks.
What?
And like,
oh wait, he's the best one.
Yeah, he's great.
Where I'm at, it's irrelevant right now. Like we had,
I mean,
right,
it's relevant
who's the Goron
but when you
dude?
need it, you need it.
The Goron guy, what's his name? Like
Yunobu?
Jeffrey.
Yunobu?
Oh.
So right now, look, he's just very upset with Tulin. He's just like,
is he threatened by him? Is he worried that he's gonna become your new son?
Yeah, he's
like,
the better
Tulin-
one.
Oh, is that what it is?
In the beginning, he's
upset?
like, I think it's more of like his like. I think Tulin's very whiny in the beginning, right?
Sure. He's a brat.
With the parents, right? The parents are like, "Oh, Tulin, you're just a little fledgling. You're
like an Atreus
idiot." Yeah, and then, yeah, I think Atreus can be whiny too, for sure. And and then all of a sudden, like, "Oh, you're this great warrior now." I don't know. I think maybe his prestige is unearned.
Look, we definitely had to kind of speed run his character development a little bit for sure.
Like, totally. If maybe
Stolen
that's
Valor, sure, yeah.
Anyway.
I have four S tier NPCs.
Okay.
Purra, clearly. I mean, look at her. Paya, clearly, look at her. And then Master Koga. Well, I mean, come on, look at him. Look at the pot belly on that dude. That is a good looking belly. I love Master Koga. And then Toro, the shirtless archaeologist guy in what
I feel threatened by him though.
Oh yes, like listen, I put him in S tier because I don't want him to hurt me. He's like way too sexy. He's got perfect hair, perfect abs. He's incredible. So
is what's the other Sheikah, the one who is shy in Breath of the Wild? What was her name again? You brought her up. Not Pyrrha, the other one.
Paya. Yes, Paya.
Is Paya like not into us anymore? Like she was all about Link before, and she's grown past that, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, I definitely feel that too. But it's like, listen, I'm not gonna keep her on the hook. I'm not gonna keep like leading her on.
Right? Like, aren't we just straight up living with Zelda now? I guess maybe it's for the best.
Exactly. It's not okay. Like it's good that she's moved on. Although I agree, I liked it better when she was into us.
Yeah, she better be getting a little something from Mr. Shirtless Archaeologist.
I think Toro and Paya are making it happen. Yes, 100%.
Okay. What about that little conductor guy? Get the nerd with the band. He's real small.
I like that guy.
I love him.
I like the little freaks in this game.
There's
Maybe
a
it'll be
lot
free.
of freaks.
And then maybe this is maybe a dark horse, but who's that cave lady who loves all the wells and stuff? I like. The
Oh, sure.
well
Yeah, I don't
lady.
remember her name, but yes, totally. I like
I think
that
the fact
too.
that I don't remember people's names keeps them out of S tier, but I like
Maybe.
them.
I
I
think that's like a automatic at least high B tier. If like
Yes.
I remember you, but I don't remember your name.
Ronson and Hudson is the best power couple. Ronson is
Right.
the giant. What are they called? The Gerudo. And then Hudson is her little husband, and it's very, very powerful. And
Yeah,
I
I
like it a
didn't
lot.
do much with their whole thing. Like I went to Terrytown for like a second, and their like
Terrytown's fun.
daughter.
I like the Terrytown
was gonna have to
stuff.
like go back to the Gerudo, and I didn't really follow up too much there. It's weird. Like I beat this game, and it took like a long time, but there's all these threads I didn't really explore. Like at one point, I could have gotten involved in a town election for a mayor and stuff like that. Just all this wacky, wacky
electioneering.
This might be
yes.
a big year for mayors in video games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Is,
And Satan. Let's not forget about Satan.
But
Good year
it
for
would be
Satan.
if Mike Hagar was in Street Fighter 6 or
he's
even
not, I
Mayor
was gonna
Cody.
ask. He's not actually in it, right?
Mm-mm.
A statue of him is in. I think he's canonically dead or something, which is a
Oh,
bummer.
that's
okay.
upsetting.
Who's
For
who's
now.
who's the little kind of like a little old lady who teaches
Impa.
you about the dragon tears?
Impa?
Yeah,
That's
Impa.
Impa.
That is definitely
yeah,
Impa.
big fan.
Shouts
Also,
out
Impa
to
used to be
young
really hot too.
Shouts out to young
Impa.
Impa.
Young imp.
Oh man.
You
I-
get to play freaking Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, though. Ugh.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, I'm not that horny.
All right. So we've already established triple S tier, nothing but Pura. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Next email comes from Joe in Michigan. Y'all got house shoes? For reference, I mean a pair of shoes or slides that anybody in the house can use for things like taking out trash or grabbing mail. I usually get a gaudy pair so that nobody will steal them. When I got married, my wife insisted that's not a thing. We recently had somebody over who agreed with her, and now they're gaslighting me into the idea that my family made this up. I'm currently rocking a pair of leopard print Crocs with metallic gold soles. Love you,
Oh.
chefs. Joe in Michigan.
All right. So I have this like fascination with people who refuse to take off their shoes in other people's houses. I just
Okay.
think it is so like I don't understand how this nonsensical American custom came to be. I feel like most other cultures, it is a no-brainer to take off your shoes upon entering someone else's home, not only as a sign of like respect, but also a declaration that you are aware of cleanliness and hygiene, right? Because let's be honest, the world is disgusting. There's shit and pee all over the world, especially when you live in an urban environment. It's even worse.
Shit,
and you
pee-pee,
don't
all
want
the world. Sorry.
right? That's we didn't start the fire, and that's the thing. Like you want that off your shoes. I had a bunch of people over the house this past weekend, and I had to tell 35 people separately to take off their fucking shoes. Take your
Wow.
fucking shoes off. Take your fucking shoes off. Take your fucking shoes off. Even to a little kid, take your fucking shoes off. So, there's that I had to get out of the way. Perhaps it's an irrational pet peeve of mine, but
Cyberpunk Blues Clues shit and pee on your shoes.
There you go.
you
Bravo,
son of a
Mike.
bitch.
Bravo, Mike.
Yep.
Yes, I do have house shoes. I have winter and summer house shoes.
Cute.
For the winter, they are like comfy little whatchamacallits, like little like like furry slippers.
Uggs?
Yeah.
You have Uggs?
Yeah, I got big Uggs. And
Let's
and
take
then,
Uggs back.
Yeah, Uggs are ours now.
I don't want them. You can have them. And then like in the summer, I have like Adidas slip-on things that I just like to wear around the house that only stay in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what he's saying. He's saying that they are his version of house shoes. Like that, Beckler, what you described is what I assumed house shoes were to most people.
Sure.
What
sure.
the emailer describes is
A shared
shoes
set.
that you keep, like, yes, that anyone in the
Communal
house
shoes.
can put on to go outside for a
communal.
second.
Communal.
Shoes
I
that
misheard.
belong to the house. And it's like, that is not a thing. I don't
No,
think.
I don't like that. I'm so sorry, Joe in Michigan. I misheard your email.
Well, you had
Yeah,
a
you're
lot of grievances
wrong.
about people wearing shoes that you had to
And
get
I
off
got,
your
yeah,
chest.
I got
we could
triggered
see
and
how you
went
got-
deaf.
Yes.
Is what happened.
I think the concept of a shared shoe, not improbable. I think I've seen it happen where I've had to step outside at a friend's place and they're like, oh yeah, just use those. It's cool.
You should just have like some like real cheap like sandals for that situation that you can just slip on, right? Like $10 sandals you got at Walmart or something.
I want to
I've
buy
s-
those big honking red shoes that make you look like
Mega
Astro
Man.
Boy or Proto Man, yeah.
Mm.
And just use those as house shoes and just force everyone's like, oh, can you get this
There
from
you
my
go.
car, please? Use
I've-
the house shoes.
I've been to a winter cabin like Airbnb where like the owners supply you with like
I don't like
communal
that.
slippers.
I don't like
And
that.
I've avoided those.
That's
Yeah.
a
Even
recipe
bowling
for
alleys like
disaster.
spray the stuff inside the shoes before they let you dare use them again, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
like
What do you think?
that
That stuff's just anti like bacterial spray.
It's
probably?
like-
I don't know.
baking
Maybe
soda.
deodorant.
It's just baking soda.
just baking
It's just
soda. Okay.
aerosol baking soda.
Yeah.
Powdered vinegar. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Actually.
would spray that on something.
What do you think would
Yeah.
happen if you got spray vinegar and spray baking soda and then like the streams clashed?
It would be the
Foam.
exact same thing that happened at the end of Ghostbusters.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
defeat Gozer?
Yeah, you defeat Gozer.
didn't know Gozer was a
William
problem right now.
Atherton dumped
Well,
in
that-
marshmallow juice is what would
That
happen.
shows that you're not being vigilant enough, Jan.
Okay.
If you're not worried about Gozer.
That's true. That's my own shortcoming here. Okay, another one from Joe in Michigan here. Linear progression. Hey y'all, I'm taking a break from Zelda to play Final Fantasy 16, and it has been a difficult transition. I'm only a few hours in, but already I'm being told that my life's ambition is being put on hold because the bridge is out and there's no other way to get to the top of a 10-foot cliff. How do you feel about these forced linear progression in games? For what it's worth, the story and combat both seem good. Love you, chefs. Joe in Michigan.
Yeah, this used to just be video games, right? This is
Yes.
just what they
This
were.
used to be
Lin-
how it worked. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like I listen, I am 100% with you on enjoying open games more. But when I went to Final Fantasy 16 and I was not surprised that it was very linear. I think they set it up to like be like we're telling you a story. And I think that I'm kind of okay with it cuz it's what I was expecting. And I'm like, hey, Zelda's still there, ready for me to go back to whenever I want.
Yeah. You know, you got to be kind of good with both things and know which one is which, right? Like I like an Uncharted a lot. I like a Tears of the Kingdom a lot, and I know when each of those are their thing. But like, you know, I know what he means. Even playing that Pikmin 4 demo, there's like a part where you have to make the Pikmin build a bridge, and I was like one little like bridge piece away from it being completed. But I was like, well, I could still get on my dog and just jump the rest of this. It's not very far. And they're like, no, of course not. There's an invisible wall there. You're not
Yep.
allowed to.
And I don't like that.
Yeah, but you know, but it's like okay, but yes, obviously, like this is the game. Like you're supposed to complete the bridge, and then you can go over there. I get it. I get over it. But it is like a little like,
I
funny.
think it depends on the mood I'm in, right? Like it's been a while since I played an open world game, so Tears of the Kingdom was perfect. But then Tears of the Kingdom can be very overwhelming, so I was completely fine with Final Fantasy 16.
It's definitely worse in some games, and not to join the Giant Bomb hates Horizon bandwagon, but like in a game like that where it's just like it is this big open world, and like okay, why can't I climb this specific mountain? Okay, why? I'm trying to go underwater here, and the game's saying like literally just in like pop-up text, you can't do this yet, right? Then it gets frustrating because I have different expectations on what kind of game this should be.
Someone said this in Game S Morning's chat on Thursday, June 29th. Someone wanted Grub to have his Death Stranding moment with Red Dead Redemption 2. And you know
Yeah.
what? I kind of want that. I kind of want that.
I'll give it another. I'll try it again.
Let's both do it, Grub.
Okay, I'm down.
Like I'll restart it again. I'll start playing it over again. It like I think you have to be open to like the experience for that game.
Sure.
I think that's what it is. I don't think
Yeah.
you can like go into that game expecting like a roller coaster. Instead, you're on like tour. You're on like a very
yes.
Yeah.
slow
It's a
and
very good-
steady
See, but then it's like
Very-
positioned
with
as
moments
like
of like
do anything you
incredible
want.
action and like
Yeah.
elevated, you know, like there's plenty of that stuff.
There's
I think-
elevator action.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even-
elevator action.
Yeah. To be clear, I am on team Red Dead Redemption 2 is good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
you
even
two have to pay
split
for
here.
your sins. Yeah, you two have to pay for your sins and maybe go play it. And
Yeah, I
Play it on
be more
PC, I
welcoming.
bet. A PC is also, it looks like phenomenal.
your 4090s, you'll have a fine time at least looking at things.
I don't think it's an impossible world in which I'm like I come around Red Dead Redemption 2. It's just definitely going into it. I've tried it a couple times, but I think this is from the studio that made the sandbox game, and this is another open world game, right? And it's going to be, and they've got all these systems in there. No, they don't. It's just you got to just. You have to let them just tell the story to you, and I was not expecting that to be that game.
Yeah,
but like,
I will say. Sorry, Backler, you go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, like, when you talk about other systems, are you talking about like, below the surface of like the A plot, right? Like, there's
just like that you can do that you can like create your own fun ever.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I maybe never like accepted that was what that game was going to be. I think like
it's not
I think what I define and that's not what sold me on that game. I think what sold me on that game was like, oh, you can just continue to like look for other shit to do. Like I didn't care about interacting with people. I still think that is kind of like bullshit in a lot of games.
Backlar,
right?
did you ever? Oh, Mike, go ahead.
I was just kidding. I did definitely play it mostly as like a story mission to story mission kind of thing. Occasionally doing like some of the big side stuff, but I didn't really play it like some open world sandbox.
Yeah, I didn't need to
that
make
stuff
myself
is
a
there.
cowboy. Yeah, I didn't need to make myself like a weirdo cowboy. But like I found a
I
treasure
need
map
that.
and like that's real cool. And there's like mystery. You're like, what the fuck happened here? I don't know what happened here. Someone got lynched and that's fucked up. And you're like trying to figure out the story of that. Like stuff like that is what I think really swallowed me up in that game. What were you gonna ask me, Jan?
Backlar, did you ever check out Red Dead Redemption Online? Did that interest you at all, or was it?
I tried it out with some of my normie friends, and that didn't last very long.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I'd have. I think we did like one stream with Abby, Vinny, and I, and then Vinny immediately shot me in the head. But it was really hard to find fun in it. But maybe that's just because horses are weird and scary. All right. Somehow we dedicated 2 minutes to Red Dead Redemption 2, and I didn't intend on it.
There you go.
Next email comes from Josh in Ottawa. Hello, Bomb Crew. You have just pirated a game involving all three of these parties. Who do you think would come for you first, and who would you be most afraid of? Nintendo, Disney, and Lars Ulrich from Metallica.
That's pretty good.
Thank you, and also thank you for the fantastic job with Giant Bomb at Night. Josh from Ottawa.
I think Nintendo, man.
I think Nintendo.
Yeah. They definitely like me more at Disney right now than they do at Nintendo, for sure. I got no beef with Lars at the moment. We're fine.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Lars Ulrich would come, but I'm not afraid of Lars Ulrich.
Yeah,
no,
I'm just
no.
not of that guy. Come on.
Yeah,
he got muted himself, so.
Yes. But yeah, and Disney's. Well, I can take John Drake, so I'm not too worried.
That's not too,
right.
Yeah.
Well, like,
I won't even remake Quackshot. What do I have to be afraid of? He's got no convictions.
I mean, how many Diet Cokes is he in? That's the question.
That's true. Good point. Good point. I don't want to hopped up on 8 Diet Cokes. I'd die. But otherwise,
You can't stop me today. All I've consumed is this Coke Zero and half of a cinnamon roll cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory from a few days
that was
ago.
good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very good. I ate half of it, and I was like, can't do any more of this at the moment, but in the future, that'll be nice.
Love a good cinnamon roll. I don't have cinnamon rolls enough. I think I love cinnamon.
They're delicious, yeah.
Oh, cinnamon's the best. I'm not much of a sweets person, but you like do the cinnamon sugar thing. Like that shit's always amazing.
Give me a churro. Bathe me in churros.
Oh, churros.
Yeah.
Oh, Disneyland churro. Let's fucking
Kill me with churros.
Mike, have you seen the potato churro in Japan, in Disneyland Japan?
No.
That's it.
Please tell.
It's just a potato churro.
Okay. Like you can make like dough with potato that I get, but is it still like sweet? Is it still covered in cinnamon sugar?
I think it may be a little bit on the more savory side. Like,
is it covered in like chives and sour cream? Like what?
It's just one big fry.
Yeah, it's this big old fry.
Oh,
okay.
God. One big fry.
Try it.
Got an episode title.
This sounds so good. I just looked up potato churros, and there's a whole bunch of recipes. That sounds very good.
All right, I know what we're doing if we go to PAX.
Yeah.
Somehow I'm gonna
These are nice.
convince someone to give us a deep fryer. All right, Tom from Indianapolis writes in and says, "Hey, duders, in honor of the upcoming holiday, what is your ideal plate at a summer BBQ? Thanks for all you do, Tom from Indianapolis."
That stuff is so like I like it, but it's pretty normy, right? Just give me a cheeseburger, give me a hot dog. I don't like a lot of those sides. I don't like those really wet baked beans, to be honest. I don't like potato salad. So I actually
Me too.
I am actually I'm just going to fill up on the cheeseburger and hot dogs. Actually,
Give me the meat.
Maybe just mac
Yeah.
and cheese. I'll get a little mac and cheese or something, or maybe some cheesy potatoes.
Okay,
is
real
what we usually
quick.
have. Yo,
You guys like mac and cheese with the breadcrumbs on top, or just a wet gooey mac and cheese?
I prefer a wet
breadcrumbs.
gooey, to be honest, as opposed to like the casserole one. But I'm not gonna stick my nose up at it.
I'm a
think I'm
wet
the same
gooey
here.
boy too. Yeah.
I think a wet gooey, but I do not mind the breadcrumb one.
I mean, a mac and cheese ball is just like
Well, that's
sure.
different.
Fried,
though,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
fried
but
mac
like
and cheese ball.
You know, it's
Like pigs in a
I'm more into
blanket is
that.
different than hot dogs. You know?
Yes, and I prefer pigs in a blanket because I never want a full hot dog.
What?
No,
Dude?
Well, pigs in a
hot dogs
blanket are
so-
great, but
it's
Hot
because you
dogs are
hate
so
baseball.
fucked
If you
yeah, this is
accepted
your
baseball
American
into
hating,
your heart,
baseball hating attitude.
Yeah,
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
no, I do dislike baseball. I like hot dogs more than I like baseball, but I would rather have.
I need someone to keep track of the things that Bacalar likes and doesn't like, and just
Yeah,
put
I
on
know,
a
it's tough,
chart.
man.
Bacalartracker.net. Let's do it.
I'm tough.
Tracular.
I love like brats. Give me like a nice brat, right?
Okay,
Like, I'd rather
okay.
have like a German sausage than a hot dog. I just think hot dog is such trash.
What
tier
if it was
food, like,
presented
Yeah,
as a
so
hot
good.
dog, though?
yeah, they are. Like you can put sour like on a really good brat, you could put like sauerkraut and mustard and put it in a bun. Like I'm fine with that. I think it's more about I realize like they're not that dissimilar in terms of like the meat that's inside, but like I don't know. Just, if I'm gonna do that sausage shaped thing, I don't want like the gross hot dog. If anything, I'll do like a turkey dog,
Okay.
which I really like a burnt turkey dog. I don't know what that's about.
I like all my
You need
hot
the
dogs kind of
crisps.
like
Yeah.
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 With
If it's not like-
at least the burnt lines. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
If it's
The
not
grill
straight
lines.
up like boiled like again like baseball stadium style, nothing but hot water hot dog, which is actually the best somehow. But I'm afraid to try that at home. Then yeah, I want
Sure.
mine pretty dark on the grill.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Bacalar mostly nailed mine. You give me a listen. I'm gonna eat the hot dog. I'm gonna eat the cheeseburger and all those sides that Mike mentioned. But ideally, it would be a Bahama Mama German sausage from Schmitz in Columbus with a bunch of sauerkraut on it and a bunch of brown German mustard.
Yeah.
Fucking let's go.
Yeah.
Celebrate American independence with German food. I think that's the right way to do it.
Ooh,
And-
I gotta take y'all to a Filipino barbecue because we got some sweet meats.
Yes, you do.
We got some
Yeah.
sweet
Sweet
meats.
meats.
Yeah, I want all.
What
A
makes
lot
them
of
sweet?
I would love
lot of
that.
skewers. Just a,
Oh, just like at Ohana in Disney World.
yeah. Not too far. There's a Venn diagram there. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
I was
I,
at a I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
say
Bacalar.
I was at a barbecue the other day, and the dude's like, he was Portuguese, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna do a pig roast for 4th of July." And I'm
Yo,
like,
he's gonna bury that shit in the ground.
yeah, and I'm like, oh man, like I have I'm not vegan, I'm not vegetarian, I just cannot handle like
You want to see the face?
I don't want to see the face. I don't want to see the
Oh,
body.
you can't go to my
wanna
wedding
see-
then, Bacalar.
I'll go and I'll walk and be, in a different room or whatever, or different area. Like
I'll cover your eyes, Bacalar.
I just
I'll go and
can't
I will
see,
I will eat the face directly. You can give me the face.
I just can't see a fully formed. I even have trouble like deconstructing a full lobster. Like
Oh, interesting.
I love lobster, but like give me the claws. I don't want to see the body and the head. I just there's something that just doesn't register right with me.
Well, you're
I
such a
love all that shit.
sensitive man. We get
I
it,
am,
right?
Yes.
I've always been like that. I've always just
a
not been
normal
able
man.
to. I'm just a normal man. But I'm also, as the surprise will come to no one, I'm a bit of like a burger snob. Like I want whoever's cooking the burger to like, don't give me just like random like, oh, I just made them all medium well. Like I don't want that.
No.
Like I want a
Okay.
medium rare, cheese on top, cheese on bottom hamburger.
Bacalar's right, because unlike hot dogs and like even like other things, hamburgers are so easy to mess up. And mess them up, people do. They
And-
constantly overcook them or they make them so like they shrink up into meatballs and stuff. Like no,
Yeah.
people
You
fuck
gotta
those
be
up all the time.
careful. You gotta be careful. I don't want a hockey puck. I want like a nice soft little patty.
My burger palate has been ruined by Dan Reichert.
Yeah.
Because at
Why?
Summer Game
How
As
so?
Fest.
most things.
Well, yeah. At Summer Game Fest, one of the days I hadn't eaten lunch yet, but Dan had 3 sliders and was like, "Oh, Jan, you just take one." I'm like, "All right, cool, if you don't mind." And then it was probably the best burger I had had in a while. It was a little slider. It's smash burger style as well. I know that's
Yeah.
controversial, but
At the event?
no,
Is this
not
the
at
Disney
the event.
ones.
No, not the Disney ones. Not the Disney ones.
Those are just okay.
Yeah, those were all right. He had it delivered to the fandom office, and then I wasn't able to stop thinking about it.
Yeah, no. I get that. I
and
get
it's
it.
just like, man, like how I need this. I need this in my life.
I know.
I don't know if I've ever had a smash burger.
Oh, you are missing out. It's the way to do it. It's the only way to do it.
Should I go to the place called Smash Burger, or is like that like kind of
That's fine. You could just do it yourself. It's easy. Just get some 80-20 beef, making a patty, and just fucking smash that thing and get that nice, Maillard reaction. Get all those crusty bits. Put some cheese on top. There you go.
I didn't know that. I just
nice.
turned on food YouTube. All right.
I like a thicker. I do like a thicker burger though.
Well, that's why you get 2 patties on a smash burger.
Oh, see it exactly. You just stack them.
2 patties at the same time. Hell yeah.
So they call me Mikey Two Patty.
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
I really.
I'm glad
do
we
love
can
burgers,
put that out in the world now. Mikey Two Patty.
Mikey Two Patty and all dip, no chip, Dan right here.
2 plain hot dogs, Jeff Grubb.
That's right. There we go. The whole crew's here.
No face, Jeff Bachelor.
Oh man, I need a food thing. Is it just coffee? I don't want to just be coffee. That's boring.
Yeah.
Bean juice.
Bean juice Jan. That just rolls off the tongue. God damn it.
Yeah, there you go.
BJJ
sorry.
doesn't stand for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu anymore. It's Bean Juice Jan. Oh, great. All right. Okay. Well, any other summer BBQ loves, desires?
Yeah. I love when people get crazy. Like, I love non-traditional barbecue stuff, like burnt ends, bacon, like bacon chop, like stuff like that. Some people, I love corn on the cob on the grill. I think that's a great place to do that. I did a seafood bake the other day.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Where you just basically in a like a heavy duty tinfoil pot, you put like a bunch of shrimp, some crab meat, butter, maybe like a 3-inch piece of corn on the cob, and then some veggies, potatoes. Get that up on the grill for a while. That comes out amazing. Like stuff like that. Like it can't just be hot dogs and hamburgers. Yes, Jan.
Yo, okay. I apologize to bring up TikTok again, but my life has been ruined by the specific TikTok. I don't know if y'all have a Sam's Club or a Costco near you.
Costco, BJ's, yeah.
But Costco generally sells frozen like blocks of salmon, right? Mm-hmm. And it comes individually wrapped and everything. And I'm a big sushi fan. I feel like I've become a big sushi fan because of my partner. But sushi, as y'all know, is expensive. Yeah. Well, what you do, you take that frozen block of sushi or of salmon, and it's better if it's farm-raised salmon because there's no parasites. You take it out of the bag, throw it in a salt brine of water for 30 minutes. It can be frozen. It'll defrost in the water in a salt brine. It's like 30 grams of salt to 1,000 grams of water.
Okay.
Let it sit for 30 minutes. Take it out. Pat it dry. Boom. Sashimi. You got it right there.
Wait. And then you just slice it up?
You can just slice it up, baby. You can stick it back in the fridge for it to firm up. You just got to pat it dry. But like straight from there, that frozen block of fish is now safe.
So it's obviously raw.
Well, yeah, it's raw, but like sushi is raw.
Of course.
Yeah. But it's good. It's so good. It's
that sounds good.
Life.
I'll fuck
that sounds
with that.
good.
I'll fuck with that.
It's ruining my life. I'll send you guys the TikTok. It's ruining my life.
All right, yeah, send it here. I want my life to be ruined.
You don't have to bother sending it to me.
I'll send it to you too, Mike.
I love raw tuna and raw salmon are like my two. Like I love that shit.
I never ate a lot of fish growing up, and I like shellfish a lot. I had to kind of discover it on my own, but like fish in any situation is a little weird. Like I could do like the fish and chips because it's just deep fried and whatever.
Fried,
but like,
yeah, cod, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not too
sushi,
weird, Mike.
I've tried
that's
sushi a few times, always at Disney World where I know it's safe. I try sushi there, and like, I just would rather not be eating this. Actually,
okay, that's interesting.
That's all right.
So there's a lot of overlap with you and Dan.
So you'd be fine with tempura, right?
Oh yeah, Jeff and I just noshed on tempura when we were at that last Sony E3 thing. Where they had like the tempura shrimp and stuff on little like boats going around for the Ghost of Tsushima thing.
We were crushing. We're like, I bet Backlar's having a terrible time.
I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
What about?
I wonder if we graced each other's paths. We might
Probably.
have.
Maybe. We're sure we were at similar functions at some point. Yeah.
No, he was there. He was that. That's the thing that broke him for E3.
Yep, yeah.
That's right. That's right. We
Same
talked
sense.
about this. You hated
Yeah.
that. That's right.
What about
Jeff and I are the
eel,
sickos who liked
Mike?
it. Eel? No, I won't mess with eel.
Oh, okay, I feel
But
like you
like-
might
I'm not
like a
doing
unagi roll.
Yeah, but even in sushi, Mike, like you don't even realize you're eating.
Yeah,
the
I've
thing.
eaten probably so much stuff at sushi. It's like obviously okay, that looks like octopus, whatever. But other stuff. It's like I don't.
I
know
think
what
like the
I'm eating.
sushi I would, because like I don't. One thing I don't like that seaweed thing. That's just very strong to me, and I'm not
love
into
that.
that. So I prefer like just like the little piece of raw fish on top of the little sushi
Sashimi.
rice.
Yeah.
Is that sashimi? Okay.
Yeah.
But and then I eat it. I'm like, yeah, okay. That's not doing a whole lot for me. Like, it doesn't disgust me. It's not like an apple situation where I can't be in the same room as it. But
I
hasn't
also
really
think
been my
like
thing.
with raw fish, I'm always chasing like the vibe I got in Hawaii, like where you can get like the most freshest fish you've ever had, like caught same day. Like I'm always chasing that pure ahi tuna, like big eye ahi tuna
Sure.
feeling. You know what I mean? That I was able to get when I was out there. Like that's what I'm constantly doing with raw fish like that. So maybe Disneyland's not going to get you that. You got to go somewhere where like
Disneyland can do anything.
No, you're
guess
the restaurant I did this at the California Grill has a renowned sushi chef. I'll have you know.
okay,
It's like,
okay.
Okay, it's
Doing
real
the fishing
stuff.
himself. Okay,
It was good stuff. He went fishing himself in the Florida swamps. Yeah, it's supposed to be.
In
It's
the
supposed
Gulf.
it's supposed to
Yum.
be good sushi.
All right,
Just
try it
I
when
just
I'm
don't think I
down
like
there.
sushi. You know what are you gonna do?
It makes me think that instead of, because my favorite thing going camping now is not cooking your regular like hot dogs and burgers and stuff and roasting weenies. I like just doing elaborate ass shit. Now knowing this frozen sashimi thing, it's gonna fucking mess up my whole thing. It's gonna mess
Yeah,
up my whole
that's
shit.
All
right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that.
A couple more emails here, folks. Okay, this one comes from Pocono Paul. Dear Bombers, the Summer Game Fest introduced me to the idea of Pokemon with guns. This got me thinking about other possible fun game mashups. The following is what I came up with. Metal Gear Pokemon. Take the physical Pokemon CCG and retheme it with Metal Gear. I have no idea what the rules would be, but I like to imagine the conversations someone like Dan might have about it. Yeah, I just
What does the Meryl's ass card do?
It distracts guards or distracts you or whatever.
Yeah, you
whatever.
skip your
it
turn.
helps you track her in the game. Remember, it was helpful.
Okay, yes. Then it gives you 1+ to sight or something. Yes.
Yeah, I just traded some chump two Sahelanthropus and a near mint venom snake for a foil Otacon. And then Pocono Paul presents Mortal Kombat Beat Saber, head-to-head competitive Beat Saber, but the winner gets to slice up the loser using Mortal Kombat Fatality tech. That's fun.
Jeez. Okay.
Sexy Tetris. This one is a little more
Nope.
high concept.
That's a real thing. Sextress. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But the only thing this game does that regular Tetris doesn't is hot mic record the moans the player makes when they get a perfect Tetris and then plays them back to not only them, but to players around the world.
That seems like a bar stool game, like a bar top game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Spot the difference between these two pictures of this
Yeah.
lady's breasts.
Yeah, there's nipples there, but not there. That kind of thing.
You start the
Sextress.
You start the game, and there is a constant cacophony of live Tetris moans. This might seem tame for a game meant to be sexy, but let's face it, no matter how much risque erotica is added to Tetris, none of it is ever going to be as satisfying as watching that long piece slide into a slot and erase 4 lines from existence.
Yes, that is the most daring and erotic thing in video games.
Yeah. Puzzle games and sex just pair really well with each other. We've all played Honey Pop. We all know.
Amen,
of course.
brother.
Sure.
I don't even mind that the butthole's in the wrong place.
No, that's all right.
right.
Bola from Honey Pop, though, right, Jan?
I can't. We don't have enough time for me to get into this. Their last game, Death Star Management Sim. Live your baccalaureate dreams and take managerial control of the Death Star. Shepherd the Death Star from initial construction to being fully operational.
When did my arc, like, when did this, why am I just like the gray suit Nazi now?
You're a space Nazi. That's okay. Jeff and I were at Disneyland. Jan, too. They have a store for the space Nazis. That's acceptable.
Do they really?
Yeah, they sell
they have,
handcuffs.
Yeah, that's fun. Buy a space Nazi outfit for your child. That's okay.
Oversee mundane everyday tasks like installing exhaust port covers and unclogging trash compactors. Deal with random events like visits from the Emperor and rebel trench runs. If you do a good job, you'll find yourself in charge of the most powerful terror weapon ever built by the Empire. Screw up badly enough, and you just might get choked out by your boss over an interplanetary Zoom call. Anyway,
this should actually be an indie game. Like obviously, like you probably aren't gonna get the Star Wars license. I don't know. Talk to John Drake, but like this should just be like a game you make that's clearly inspired by Star Wars.
yeah, who are like 2 Point Campus, right? Give that team 2 Point Death Star.
That would be fantastic.
That would be
actually.
cool.
That was free, John, but
there-
remake Quackshot.
Just get me Oogie Boogie tickets, John, please. Sincerely, Pocono Paul. P.S. I changed my signature from Paul from PA to Pocono Paul because A, I live in the Poconos, and B, y'all big city fancy pantses don't seem to get that not every 2-letter abbreviation stands for a city, even though there are only like 6 American cities that are popularly abbreviated in such a way. They are, as far as I can tell, SF, LA, KC, DC, NY, and AC. What's AC?
AC Atlantic City.
Austin
AC.
City.
No,
No.
that's not.
I think we all got it wrong.
Well, they do ACL Austin City limits and stuff, so I just going that way. Like,
Yeah, but
I
no
don't
one
know.
says Austin City, Texas.
Yeah, I don't know. What is it?
I think they're fucking with us. I think
American
AC
Canyon.
they
like,
wanted
people,
this to happen. They wanted this exact situation to
Yeah.
happen.
people describe Atlantic City as AC where I live.
Do they?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
they
but
do.
like, I would
Just
put
didn't know.
NJ before AC though.
You know,
Yeah,
I
I don't
bought an
know.
Atari Jaguar. Well, I didn't buy. My daddy bought an Atari Jaguar in Atlantic City.
Why'd you have daddy?
That's my big memory. That's my
Bought
one
it in
association.
Atlantic City?
Yeah, I don't know. We were on the boardwalk, and I think it was like past its prime, so it was really cheap. So yeah, we bought an Atari Jaguar on the Atlantic
Weird.
City boardwalk.
Okay.
Good times.
ACR. I got nothing. Alabama.
It's definitely Atlantic City. I think so.
Atlantic City. Okay. All right. 2 more emails, or 3 more. Real quick, boys. Hey, Bomb Crew. Any sleep apnea havers in the group? Just had a sleep study, and it seems like I probably have it, but I have a terrible time sleeping during the study. I'm a stomach sleeper, and so having anything attached to my face chest is a no-go. Did you just have to adjust your habits? Any tips for a likely future CPAP boy? Love y'all, Spencer from Sterling. Yes, you're talking to the CPAPy right here. I was also a tummy sleeper. How you do to ease yourself in, get like an armchair or like a couch and just sleep on your back that way. You'll get adjusted to it real quick.
How do you mean?
Well, because like I was a tummy sleeper, so I could only sleep on my like front side.
I
but
understand.
then because of sitting in like an armchair or like a couch, you can't really turn around. So I would just get
Okay.
accustomed to just sleeping on my back.
Oh, okay. Now you had to explain it out a little
Right,
bit.
kind
That
of like
makes
a
more
recliner
sense.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
Okay.
because my parents
Cool.
never turned me over as a child.
They
Right.
didn't want to see your face. They were
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They're
They're just like backwards. They can't see your face. They knew they were expecting you for dinner.
I require facelessness. You know, I've noticed, and that's good that you, Spencer, have done the work and realized that there's possibly a problem. I used to be a very big advocate for sleep studies. Still am. I just don't talk about it that much. My dad needed to take care of business with that. A couple close friends. Obviously, you heard about Jan. It's a very serious thing. You should get it taken look at, especially if you have all the telltale symptoms, which a lot of people do have, unfortunately. But I've noticed personally that I've had like, I feel like every couple years I go through like a new sleep chapter where
Hmm.
I like for the longest time was always sleeping on my back. Always. And then in the last 2 years, I'm just like a side boy now. And I don't know what it is.
It's better for you, isn't it?
I don't know. I
I don't think there's any right way. You always hear there's
Yeah.
something new about like, oh, sleeping on your side is bad for your heart, and sleeping on your back is bad for breathing or whatever. It's like, okay, I don't know.
I am getting like the stomach acid, the acid reflux when I sleep on my back sometimes now, where I'll just wake up in the middle of the night like choking on my stomach
Really?
juice.
Oh, that's sleep apnea too. That's part
Yeah,
of
I
that.
think also to be clear, I definitely have sleep apnea. My dad like had it ever since I can remember. My grandpa had it. I took
Oh.
a test 10 years ago and it was negative then. I need to take a new test.
yeah,
should
go
take it,
back.
yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly need a CPAC machine probably.
And
Yep, same here.
and the technology is really improving as well from what I gather. Is that right, Jan?
Yeah. They you used to have to like put distilled water into a machine. Now they have like really small portable boys that don't require water. They just take in the ambient air. Stuff that's battery powered now. So if you're worried about traveling, it's much better. The thing
I used to have to carry my dad's CPAC machine, like the old one, like through like the airport all the time when we would be traveling, mostly to Disney World. It was like my job, and like every 10 minutes, be like, "You have it, right?" Like, "Yes, Dad, don't worry, you're gonna be able to sleep on this trip."
Powered by a hamster wheel or something like that.
My biggest tip: just fucking wear it. Because if you're like me and you don't wear it, you might die. So that's important.
Yeah, wear it. Oh my God, yes.
I remember
we used to have
when.
like
Go ahead, Bacalar.
we used to have a when I used to do the 404, we had a sleep specialist on the program a lot because he was like it was very personable, and like he wasn't like a quack or anything. Like he just was like, hey, like get sleep. Like there's no right amount. It's like as long as you're sleeping, that's good. Like, and that was the thing I always took away from him was like it kind of doesn't matter how you're sleeping. It's just that you're getting the sleep. So if you sleep with an animal, or you sleep with like weird pillows, or you sleep upside down, whatever it is, like just get comfortable, get to sleep, and that's really it.
Get cozy.
Get cozy, baby.
Yeah, the most sobering thing was when I got the results from my sleep test, and the lovely doctor was describing like, hey, the normal person has like this many to that many activities during the night. Someone that might need a CPAP machine has this. And then she takes a very, very long pause, and she goes, yeah, but you have too many of these, and it's really severe, so you need this right now.
Wow.
I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Next email. I forget who emailed it from. I apologize to that emailer, but I give you 500 podcast points.
Oh, wow.
Because I didn't write your name down. Imagine this. Hollywood is going to remake Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, but change one of the last scenes where Indy needed to identify the cup of Christ from a large selection. Instead of cups, there's just handheld game devices. Which would be the handheld of choice for Jesus?
Oh yeah, this is easy.
SP.
I thought
no.
SP too.
No, that's not the cup of a carpenter. That's not the Game
okay.
Boy of a carpenter.
Can I guess what you're gonna say? Is it the big honking old 3DS?
It is. It's
fat.
It's a very specific. It's not even like a line of one. It's one specific device.
Is it the tribal tattoo Game Boy Advance SP?
Of course
hell
it
yeah.
is. No. It is the exploded one from Iraq that is in the Nintendo World Store that's been destroyed but still works.
Yeah, I just read a story about that today. Apparently, it's going back to Nintendo headquarters. It's not in the store anymore.
Oh, really? Oh man, it's a shame. Yeah, I guess it wasn't there when we were there. So
probably not. It's probably prepping for the Smithsonian now or something. Jeff,
something like that. Yes, I hope so. But yeah, that one though, because it's like it's got like char marks on it and kind of melted, but Tetris still works. So
doesn't have to be the Vita. Vita means life, right?
It's going to be the PSP Go.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's going to be the N-Gage.
I think the Neo Geo Pocket Color. I think like that's the handheld of a carpenter.
There you go.
They appreciate the craftsman of that.
Wonder Swan. Yeah.
Wonder Swan color.
It's just going to be a grab bag of Tiger Electronics from McDonald's Happy Meals.
Yeah. The chicken nugget, the handheld that McDonald's sold in the 80s or whatever.
Oh no, it's going to be the Dreamcast little VMU thing.
VMU. There's some. I could just say any like weird, obscure, portable thing that's not a Game Boy or a PlayStation thing, and it's funny.
Yeah,
like
Pocket
Atari
Station.
Lynx.
Yeah.
One more.
Gizmondo.
A game.com. The NVIDIA and N-Gage.
The Game Gear.
The Kia N-Gage.
Game Gear. I think I still have one here.
Got a Game Gear. Maybe you know what? I think Jesus would go roll with an Asus ROG Ally.
Yeah, apparently I did not ask for one, and I just got a thing saying Asus sent me something, and they were sending me a bunch of emails. You still want one? I'm like, I kind of want the hassle of having to send it back. I think it's coming today, so I guess I'll try out a ROG Ally today.
Wait, PSP, Gamescom, Atari, Lynx, Wonder Swan.
It's very good. You've redeemed yourself.
Yeah,
ROG out with your... I'm not.
Your cog out.
Okay, there we go.
ROG out with your cog out. Let's go.
Play Gears of War now with Xbox Game Pass. All right, last email comes from Mike in Chicago. Hey, crew. Hope you all are having a wonderful holiday break. You all deserve it after Summer Game Fest. My question for you all assumes a few things. That the next Nintendo console is announced and is released by spring 2024, assuming that it releases around March to April 2024, what would your ideal software launch lineup look like for the Switch? Let's go with 5 games, and you can mix and match first and third party. Here's what mine looks like below. Super Mario Odyssey 2, Metroid Prime 4, a new Fire Emblem, a new Mario Kart, Elden Ring port. Thanks for all you do, Mike from Chicago.
It's just such a sick, perverted fantasy.
2024? No.
That's like less than a year. Come on.
I mean, it'll probably, I think it'll be 2024, but probably holiday 2024.
Yeah, like a year from
right.
this holiday.
But like releasing or announcing, Mike?
No, I think they'll
releasing.
announce it this year.
They might announce it by the end of this year. Yeah, I think past holiday 2024, it's starting to get real, like kind of fishy. But March is optimistic, not impossible. Optimistic, but I think that the big one launch wise is I do want the next 3D Mario game to be a launch game. Like last time we had the Zelda, right? And obviously it's not going to be a Zelda as a launch game. So I think whatever that 3D Mario team is up to, that makes a lot of sense. And like everything else is almost just gravy, and almost like it's even hard to imagine what else could be right. Metroid Prime is interesting because like where is Metroid Prime 4? That is both a game that feels like it could launch within 6 months. And could also be like 2 years out. Who knows what's going on with Metroid Prime 4?
I feel like Jeff Grubb knows.
I do not know, but I'm hopeful. I think Mike's probably right about the timing for all that stuff. I don't know in terms of like what I want. I mean, that's what the emailer wrote is kind of basically what I would want. I want to.
We would get an Odyssey too, you think, or is just like a whole new 3D Mario?
Just whatever those people are up to. We haven't heard from them in a while. There's been weird rumors and stuff, but I
would take an Odyssey 2 in a second.
Yeah, of course.
I think the fact that we haven't heard what that team is up to means that they are working on a launch game for the next Switch.
And that's the one thing, like, for all the things we jab Nintendo about, like, the thing they've been able to do time and time again is, like, surprise drop shit.
Yeah.
And I do think this would line up and make sense.
Yeah, and they're clearly holding back. I mean, I think that was a really good direct. It was very much for me, though. With Super Mario RPG Remake, which is not going to be some massive undertaking, and a new 2D Mario, which is like that's the 2D Mario team, very different than the 3D Mario team.
Yeah, it's lining up.
Right, so that stuff is lining up, and I'm ready for it. I'm trying to like think like what would be the deep cut surprise. I don't
Arms
know.
2? I mean, is the Mario Kart team either going to make Mario Kart 9 already for the Switch? I say already. Mario Kart's been around forever, but they're still making DLC for it. Or are they going to do Arms 2?
Yeah, I don't. I think for a launch game, they would do a Mario Kart. I think if they do an Arms 2, that comes later in the life of the
Mario
thing.
Kart would be a pretty big... Mario Kart 9 would have been an absolute certainty if it wasn't for all this really recent DLC that's still coming out for Mario Kart 8.
And that's the question. Like, that DLC is like, we're almost done with it, but there's several months between drops, so I think there's at least 2 more drops. And it's like that, so we're a ways off from them being done with that.
Then it's like, what is like Mario Kart almost has the Smash Brothers problem now? Like, what does the next Mario Kart look like after kind of the most perfect, ideal Mario Kart ever? Like, do you try to like change something up? Because now you're just going to basically release a new game that almost can't look too much better graphically, but just going to have less content. So how do you sell that?
Yep.
I want in my hopeful top 5. I want a weird gimmick game that takes advantage of whatever weird gimmick they have added.
1, 2, 3 switch. Let's go.
I'm dead set, gentlemen, that we're gonna have 2 screens. We're gonna have 2 screens.
No, shit, we're going
it's not
back.
happening. It's not happening. Yeah,
No
don't,
way.
We're gonna have 2
don't work
screens.
yourself into a shoot.
It's either 2 screens on a device or it's gonna function like the Wii U. They want to make the Wii U dreams happen.
Nope.
Would Elden Ring be like the biggest, like, hey, this game's coming to like the next Switch, like this third party thing that was multi-platform for everything but Nintendo?
Either
That'd
that
be
or
like the biggest
Cyberpunk.
launch day.
Yeah.
I wonder if even the next Switch is going to be Cyberpunk ready. It could be Elden Ring ready, but Cyberpunk, I don't know.
Here's a little fun twist. Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, there you go. Final
You
Fantasy
shut the hell
14
up.
launch game for the Nintendo Switch
Don't
2.
even. Don't do
there
that.
it is.
Don't play with my heart like that. Oh, I already played too much of that game. Like I'll talk about it. I still play that a little bit every day. Just like right now, checking my auctions for the last couple years, I've been building towards this goal. I'm a little auction goblin at Final Fantasy 14 where I craft stuff and sell it for no reason except that I think it'd be cool to have 100 million gil, and I'm at like 97 million gil now after working on this for years. So don't worry, I will tell you all when I reach that goal. It's gonna be very exciting.
I just want a Mario Golf that's a real RPG. Make that the launch game.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay. Give me, Grub, you put this out into the world. I want a Wario and Waluigi beat 'em up game.
Me and Mike talk about it.
To be clear,
constantly.
I put that up. I put that out to the world. It's my idea, and it would be amazing. It would be so freaking good.
Rhythm Heaven. Give me a new Rhythm Heaven.
Yes.
Rhythm Heaven. I'm most surprised that we haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. That about does it for emails. And that about does it for the show. I, for some reason, felt compelled to make a shout-outs document, despite not being live today. And, of course, it just got filled up with lyrics of the We Didn't Start the Fire song by Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Captain Planet, Arab Spring, LA Riots, Rodney King, Deep Fakes, Earthquakes, Iceland Volcano. Wait, I missed the rhythm here. Okay, good enough.
Yeah,
Tiger Woods, MySpace, Monsanto, GMOs. Hey, wait, this isn't even rhyming anymore.
No, it doesn't really rhyme. It's just shit.
I did a better job.
You did do a better job, just like
We've
we all
always
did.
said that you were better than Fall Out Boy, Mike.
Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man is here.
I don't know. I feel like Fall Out Boy was like having a bit of like an uptick lately, and this has fully cemented their
Put
plummet.
it back in its place. Yeah.
As
gosh.
someone that is a Fallout boy, I think I agree.
Come on. They've released very good records in their past. This thing that they've done is so stupid and bad. There's it's going to be a tough recovery after this.
Leave it to the experts like Billy Joel. All right, Fall Out Boy.
Come on. Exactly.
Keaton, Batman, Bush v. Gore. I can't take it anymore. Wait, what? I feel like this built up with more tragic events in the original version. What can't he take it anymore? Batman.
And which Batman is he talking about?
George Clooney. 100% George Clooney Batman.
No, he's not.
I know he says Michael Keaton, but when he says he can't take it anymore, he was thinking about George Clooney.
Oh, right. Yeah. Or Val Kilmer. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the first one was like, he did it by decade, I think, each verse.
Just seeing this song makes me think we're quickly approaching. Is VH1 still a thing?
I think so.
VH1 doing "I Love the Audies," and it's coming,
no.
folks. Hal Sparks is coming for that bag again.
No, don't
No
you
one
dare
loved the
threaten me with Hal
Audies.
Sparks.
What are they going to do? Like, remember 9/11? What are they going to do?
That was fucked up.
Yeah, there's like more like tragic events in this song. Our lives have been cursed with more interesting events than like previous generations. Like that's
I'm tired of living through history, y'all. I'm tired of it.
it.
Well,
Sucks.
you have
60s
no
were
choice,
pretty
right?
intense.
Yeah, the 60s, right? But it was like the 60s every year, like now. Like that's what it's like. Yes.
I talk to people in their 60s and 70s, and they say
All the
right
time.
now is the most fucked up it's ever been.
Yes. It's just happening so fast, and we know about more of it across the world. So that's a big part of it. VH1 is still on my tv.youtube.com/live. So yes.
Is it really?
go.
What do they play?
My wife and kids. Let me go ahead and click on
It's probably
that.
just all bad like reality TV shows now.
Yeah.
and I also want to give an update for folks that
That's Damon Wayans. Sorry.
folks that tuned into Game This Mornings on Thursday last week and saw me trying to desperately get tickets. It is still paused, and it's been
Oh,
2-3
man.
hours.
Let's go.
Please, I now at this point I want to go because I've been in this queue for so long.
You deserve it.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Jeff, thank you. Mike, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
And thank you at home for tuning in to the Giant Bombcast. Hope you're having a happy and safe 4th of July. If you're celebrating, if not, then hey, go treat yourself to a fun hot dog. Gentlemen, anything you want to talk about before
Nick Cannon presents Wild and Out, still on VH1. Man, that guy's so prolific.
Didn't he get canceled? He has 12 children. I don't know.
He's got too many kids.
I don't think you can cancel for that, but we can definitely like give him a glare.
I glare. Yes, I'm glaring.
All right, everyone glare kindly if that's something you can do. At the person serving you a hot dog, make sure there are grill marks on that. I am Jan. He is Jeff. He's Jeff. He's Mike. And you have been gorgeous. We'll see you for another episode of the Giant Bombcast next week. Oh, I didn't hit record. Just kidding.
You would have been that nonchalant about it.
I would have been like, people are never going to hear my incredible rhyming of Shrek 4 with Nevermore.
Paramore. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
That was it. That was it.
What's that?
I don't know what Paramore is.
That's okay.
Don't worry about it.